Before I met my girlfriend, I was pretty lonely. I was on a lot of dating apps. So I've seen a lot of different profiles by a lot of different people. But I'm very fortunate that I was not looking for men on these dating apps because let me tell you, um, if I'm scrolling on a dating app and I'm trying to find someone to be a companion, a hookup partner, whatever the fuck you're interested in, the last person that I would like to see is a motherfucker like Martin. Martin is an engineer at life at only 32 years old, a whole life ahead of him, and he's gonna engineer his way through it. He went to school at reality, um, and obviously came out as a straight man. I don't know why someone who's an engineer at life, who studied the fabric of reality himself, lives in fucking Chattanooga, but that's where he decides to make his humble abode. And so, to the people who live in the Chattanooga area or are unfortunately 168 miles away and are desperate enough to have their range set that far, sorry. But this is Martin, so we'll go through his about me. What are the things that Martin wants you to know about himself? I can do way more for you than you could ever do for me. That might be the best opening Tinder line of all time. Because nothing says I want to form a partnership more than saying that there's nothing you could ever do to satisfy this man. Humble yourself entirely. Pretty much hopeless at this point. The internet has brainwashed you. These four thoughts, or three thoughts. No, yeah, four thoughts. Four different sentences. Even though they're not great sentences, they're still four. Have nothing to do with each other. But perhaps these grammar notions and desire for full, well put together paragraphs that have sentences that connect to each other is just an instance of me being brainwashed by the internet. Um, but let's see. He says he's single because he didn't fall apart in his 20s and now he's stuck to pick from leftovers. I mean, I would say that there's probably more to it than that, but I am not a life engineer, and I'm going to a community college, not studying at reality. So who knows? I mean, if that's what he says happened, then that's probably what happened. America has failed its men in all capitalization. We deserve better than obese whores and delusional wait single mothers. Well, okay, I guess I go to saying I was like, is he questioning whether or not single mothers like have children? Does he think they're not real? Does he think that like because it's like maybe you could say like quotation around single, but yeah, I get what he's trying to say. He's trying to say that they're not real mothers, but I mean, if there's more to being a mother than having had a kid or having claim to a child, then I don't know what is. Like I get it's like mother in the sense of like how you treat the kid, but like I don't think the problem with single mothers is like that they broadly are abusing their children. I mean, maybe financial security is a problem, but I think the just broad question of people who do not have a partner to help them raise a child, do not care about the child, is a little bit interesting. So now the entire world sees that the female brain falls apart if not being led by a man. Um, I've taken a logic class at my school. I mean, I was a debater before then. So, like, I know a little bit about logic, but, like, taking that class, it's like you got, like, part A of the argument plus B of the argument equals your conclusion, or C. It's like the conclusion in this case would be that the entire world sees that the female brain falls apart if not being led by a man. I don't know where the A and the B are in this bio. But yeah, he says declaratively that that's just what the world sees now. I don't know why they see that way. I don't know what conclusion or like how he's came to that conclusion, but that's just the way he thinks about the world, and probably why he's on Tinder. Y'all have no awareness or self control. Children. Now, he's saying children on a dating app, and he's attracted to the people that are on this. So he's broadly saying that, like, you are all children, but yet he's there. Like, he is on the dating app looking for people who he thinks are children. Obviously, like, not a pedophile, but that's a little bit interesting to call people on a dating app that you're using and trying to probably hook up with children. I don't know how I feel about that. A little bit interesting. A dog lover, a cat lover, is some of his interests. Social smoker. I've never met someone who had these views on reality and life. Be a smoker, but that's interesting. Feel like he'd be vehemently opposed of the use of substances, but maybe it's okay when he violates social taboo and norms, just not when anybody else does. Also, wouldn't think this guy would be into astrology, so yeah, I guess he's either not into astrology at all or he's into it way too much, and I think him being into the latter is probably the way scarier option. He's pet free though, even though he likes dogs and cats. This is a overall very interesting individual. Not someone that I would date, but yeah, you know what? If you're interested in Martin, drive your way to Chattanooga. I promise you, he's not taken. But yeah, maybe more Tinder videos if people are interested in this. But yeah, we'll see.